Okay, so we've finished all the restrictions, but as you can see, if you look at less than or equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, less than, greater than, it's going to be pretty ugly for you to put that into Solver. So what you can do is you can take out these ones and just place them underneath. Right? So only sort of cut and paste. So we just cut, don't delete, and just set those aside, and now we can make room. So we want to keep this going. So we want to keep going with all the greater than or equal to. So we can just pop those over here. Right now, all we're doing is we're just collecting all the greater than and equal to's. Okay, we got the next one there. And then here's another one right here. All right, now just cut and paste. All right, so we got all the greater than or equal to's, and everything else is all less than or equal to. We can make room. Just cut that, place that down, and cut this one, and place it down, and then get these back in here. And we'll just cut these and place them down. There we go. Now in terms of colors here, we can eliminate the colors. So we'll just go for no fill. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll show you the ones with the zeros have formulas. So they have the, put the blue on here. Just find a nice bright blue that matches up with what we have. And same thing for these ones here. Because that's going to denote that there's formulas in there for the right-hand side constraints. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to have a nice, we can get rid of this line here, this bottom line, because it's used to denote a changing of the constraint signs. All right, so we can just go in and just go no border for there. All right, and then we can go have a border here, because notice that there's a change between here and here of the signs. So we can just go across, like so, and we can just have a bottom border. And then if we click away, we'll see that there's a distinction between that, so that helps us. And just for completeness, we can have our nice bottom border here. And it looks like a thick bottom border. There we go. All right, so what we've done is we set it up just like our problem here. So now it looks like it wasn't intuitive to start, so we did it in an intuitive way, and then we just rearranged it for Solver. All right, so now we've got to put in the formula. So the cost for each barrel of oil, if we look over here, so X100 is 86, X200 is $92, and X300 is $95. Okay, so 86, 92, and 95. All right, that doesn't change as we go across, so we can just copy across like so, and then just verify that for every X100 it costs 86 bucks. Okay, so these are all looking good, and then we need to go and do our sum product. So the sum product, and that's going to be equal to the first array, which is the cost for each barrel. And then we need up here the next array, which is the number of barrels. And that's our decision variable to choose. And we need to make this okay, so everything should be okay. So let's try Solver. Go into Solver. And let me just blank out everything, just so I can do it from scratch. And again, we did it this way because we only have 2 blocks of constraints, which is good. Otherwise, we would have had lots, probably at least 10 or so having to enter in. Okay, so let's set the objective. So here is our objective, and we're minimizing our cost and changing the variable cells here, right, which is our decision variables. And we got our 2 constraints, so let's add our constraints. Luckily, we got 2 sets, so we got 2 sets here. And that's the greater than or equal to. And then another set here. Okay, I'll add that in, and then for the next one, and I don't have to change this, it's already set up for less than or equal to, that's the default. All right, so it looks good, so hopefully everything will work. It found a solution, and it looks like it's minimized at 5,564,000. Let's see what it is. Okay, so it's the same one, so that's lucky. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in this video. And again, as you look at this final solution, it may be not intuitive how they put it all together, but they put it all together based on combining the constraint signs. All right, so I put it together hopefully in a more of a fashion where I did it by, right? Hopefully did it in a more intuitive fashion for you, where I went by the type of gasoline blend. So I did all the premiums together, all the regulars together, and all the economies together. But then they rearranged it such that they have all the greater than or equal to together and all the less than or equal to constraints together. All right, so that's what I'm looking at in this video. In the next video, we'll take a look at 311, which is a multi-period production.